Hey there, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in, and you can see my puppy. He's back there. He's got a full tummy now. I gave him some beef. We are off the road for the evening. The Wild Woman journey has begun, and I wanted to explain a little bit about what is going on, because this isn't just about me. This is about the bigger picture of what is going on for a lot of people. I'm not going to be here very long. I'm tired, but if you have questions, obviously, if I see them, I don't always see the comments live. If I do, of course, I'll answer them, but go ahead and comment, and I'll be sure to come back later. And he's so cute, and answer your questions or respond to your comments later. What we just went through with Lionsgate was absolutely incredible. For the first time ever, I actually felt when a wave of energy was coming through. I felt it go into and through my body, which was pretty incredible. And so this is a huge time for everyone. And so I wanted to explain a little bit about what is going on for me and what this Wild Woman journey is, because it's already become a shamanic journey for me, the shaman's journey of being a true shaman. Not the people who call themselves a shaman from their air-conditioned offices every day. I mean, that's cool, but that's not where the real work is. The real work, of course, is always within you, and it's about healing what is going on around you, because what's going on around you is it's stuff that you probably need to heal. Most of us are not at the point where everything that goes on around us is 100% fantastic and wonderful all the time. I don't think any of us humans will get to that point, at least not in this lifetime. So the Wild Woman journey is about, first of all, for me individually, it's about overwriting and rewriting the script of the story that I lived 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this time frame. And 4 years ago, when my life got upended, it was devastating. It was awful. It was literally a lot of my worst nightmares coming to fruition, simply because my energy's getting a little big for him. It was simply because I was scared the whole time. I felt so powerless the whole time. It felt like the universe was doing things to me, or things were happening to me, and I didn't understand a lot of what was happening or why. I didn't understand. He's got to go to the door. Yeah, he's going to go lay in front of the door. My energy's getting a little big. And so I didn't understand what was going on. That everything that he's drinking water. Everything that we are experiencing right now, we've already experienced many times. Maybe not in this lifetime, but it still needs to be gone through, because it needs to be healed. A lot of us are doing healing work right now. And tonight, I have the luxury of being in a motel room. Tomorrow night, I have no idea where I'm going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be the next day or the next day. I'm winging it. But the thing is that this time around on this journey, I don't feel powerless. I don't feel the uncertainty in a bad way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm kind of leading that up to be guided. In fact, it's interesting because people, since they've heard that I'm back on the road, they're like, well, if you're coming to Montana, come see the monoliths up here. If you're coming to New Hampshire, come see American Stonehenge. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I'm going to do that. And so this is becoming much more than just a Wild Woman journey. And the Wild Woman is not like when we think of people going wild, like bars or nightclubs and getting wild. This is about rewilding yourself, where you lift all the layers of indoctrination and patriarchy and everything you've been told to be. Just lift that shit right up off you and get to who you truly are. Do what you truly love. Be who you truly want to be. That's what rewilding is all about. But the rewilding process is different for men than it is for women. But I think it's highly important for both to ditch all of the indoctrinations of politics, government, religion. It's not that these things are necessarily bad, but what we've seen in the past 6,000 to 10,000 years is that when power is in the hands of a few, it tends to hurt the many, right? Because they're trying to control the many. So what I'm experiencing right now is not reliving the timeline of 4 years ago when I had to send my daughter to live with her father, which was devastating. That was one of the most devastating things, because it was not just a personal failure, but everyone knew I was a single mom. You know, I was failing as a single mom, and that label of single mom is still so, I don't want to say demonized. I try not to use the word demon, but it's still ridiculed. Like, well, you know, your child would be better off, and you know, your child would be happier if you had the father in their life, blah blah blah. Well, I left that shit for a reason, you know. And so when I had to send her back to live with her father, it was like I failed as a single mom. I failed for all of us, you know. And so that was the most devastating thing. But when I got in my car and had no place to live, and thankfully a friend took me in for a week, and then another friend let me stay with her for a couple months, and then I had literally nowhere to go. So I went to LA. This was in October 2017. And so I knew New York was going to be cold, and Boston was going to be even colder. And so it was just like the possibility of being homeless and living out of my car would have been truly life-threatening if they get another snowmageddon, right? So I went to LA. My Divine Masculine was in LA at the time, and I figured, okay, why not? I'm, you know, a composer. I'm learning how to compose for film and video games. LA is the place to be. And I got there. I had a house sitting gig for about 2.5 weeks, and then I was homeless, living out of my car in Los Angeles. And it was truly the lowest time of my life. Los Angeles is a cesspit of negativity. And yes, there were lots of opportunities for people. Hey, Kathy. There were lots of opportunities for people, but you have to know people. It takes a long time to get your foot in the door in Los Angeles. You have to do a lot of networking. And so then what are you doing in the meantime? I mean, can you afford to live in an 8-bed room at an Airbnb? You know, like you're in a bunk and sharing a room with 7 other people? Because I did that a little bit too, but mostly I was living out of my car and networking every night at Irish pubs and songwriting events, and was miserable. It was awful. It was like great highs and the lowest lows of my life, and definitely suicidal, which I've already talked about in a recent blog post. So this trip right here is part rewriting and overwriting that narrative, because time here in the physical is a spiral. It's not linear. You know, even, you know, waking up this morning, going through your day, going to bed, sleep and wake up the next morning, that's a spiral. That's a time spiral. So then the other part of this is that in overwriting and rewriting this narrative is that I am in control. I have no idea where I'm going to go. I have no idea, you know, who I'll meet along the way, and where, you know, what grand adventures I'm going to have. I want to go to Sedona, Mount Shasta. I want to see the redwoods. I'm going to go to Glacier National Park. I want to go to Asheville. I want to go dig for crystals in Arkansas. You know, I mean, I've got some ideas. I have a general, a very loose map and timeline of what I want to experience for the next couple of months, but I'm open to the adventure. I'm open to being guided by my spirit team about what's in my best interest. And that is because of trust, which I did not have 4 years ago. I did not have the surrender. Now, I don't use the word surrender the way most people use surrender. Most people use surrender as give up or give in, and that's not what the word surrender means. Sur as a prefix means over. Render comes from Latin rendere, which means to give up. So to surrender means to give back, or to give back. It means to give back over whatever is not for you, whatever is not yours. So, yes, Kathy, trust and courage. And the word courage comes from the French word coeur, which means heart, living from your heart. When I went out to Los Angeles the first time, I was living out of a fear of everything, because I had no idea what was my life going to be. I was worried constantly about my daughter. I knew she was safe. She was fine with her father. That's not an issue. He's not like that. I mean, like, he's not abusive physically or whatever. but he is prone to depression, and he is prone to being very negative Nelly. She is a very strong empath and claircognizant, and she takes on the energies of other people. That was my big concern, is I didn't want her to take on his depression and woe was me kind of sentimentality. Anyway, so the rewilding journey that I'm on, I recognized it a couple of days ago as it is a true shamanic journey. It is a true shaman's journey. It's not just shamanic in the shamanic experience of a shamanic journey. It is the shaman's journey. And I use the word shaman because I've been through shit and I can transmute shit, but to come out the other end, to relive this experience, but to live it even 100 times better. I mean, it's already 100 times better than what it was. Leaving the coast before is it's nowhere near what I felt today as I left the coast. I'm in Columbus, Mississippi. I'll be in, I may stay here, I don't know, I might be in Nashville tomorrow. But what I'm saying is that I don't just teach and preach this stuff, I live it. And this is why I can teach it and preach it, is because I live it. That, trust me, when I say if you need to leave a relationship, you might want to leave a relationship. If I say, well, you know, you might wind up homeless and it might be the best thing for you, it might be the best thing for you, because this journey is going to make sure your spirit team will keep you protected if you don't fight them, and if you don't like kick and scream at the protection that they're giving you. And I know that sounds weird, it sounds like double speak, but I know I'm protected this time. I didn't know that last time. I think I've told the story about, you know, when my spirit guides, and I didn't know it at the time, told me don't drive to San Francisco, and I drove to San Francisco, and they told me repeatedly don't drive, but I thought it was me, because I'm a Libra and I have lots of thoughts. I just thought it was me. So anyway, I am ready for the journey, and I'm open to the journey. But the truth is that I don't know how I'm going to get where I'm going to the next place. So I am doing this journey by donations, and any donations are greatly appreciated. And what I'm going to do is, you send me a donation, I'm going to send you Karuna Reiki energy, which is powerful healing energy. The donations are going to go for gasoline, for food for my doggy, and snacks and water along the way. I'm perfectly fine sleeping in my car at a gas station overnight, but I'm trying to keep him in air conditioning as much as possible, but I'm okay. It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get north. It's not as hot. Like Glacier National Park, glaciers for my snow dog. So any donations are absolutely appreciated and welcome, and thank you so very much. And I also have a special of doing a meditation track with the sounds of a particular city. I'm calling it Destination Donations or something like that. I came up with a cute name. I think it was Destination Donations. Like if you've never been to Sedona, or maybe even if you have, and you would like a meditation track on a certain topic, which I ran a special on that recently, and you want the energy of, say, Sedona infused in your meditation track that's just for you, I will do that. Or the birds, the sounds, the air in the trees, the river, the bubbling of a brook, whatever is in, Shasta or Asheville or, the woods, Yosemite, the Grand Canyon. I'm going to a lot of places that I've never been to, actually. So, if you would like to support this journey, I am very grateful. I'll list my links below. Of course, yes, I'm still accepting clients, but my clients, I still got bills to pay. I got a car note, got to send money to my daughter. I got to, my phone, so I have internet to do this kind of thing. But the donations will pay for gasoline, and they pay for food along the way, and maybe every now and then a motel room, to sleep in. But I will be doing lots of work out in nature, and I would love it if you're on the journey with me. I will be doing videos here in my on my YouTube and here in my Facebook group, And let me know if you are going through some of these things, because I'm telling y'all, this is the time to divest yourself of anything and everything that is not of your highest good. If you thought 2020 was a rough year, 2020 has proven to be really tough as well. 2022, I don't think is going to lighten up either. The next 2 or 3 years, I think are going to be really, really tough as we do our work, as we do all of our healing, not just for us and our life. We're healing through our family. Hey, Denise. We're healing our ancestral lines. We're healing generational abuse, ancestral abuse. We're healing on all kinds of abuses through our timelines that we've lived, in the past lives that we've lived. And yes, I'm still doing past life regression. Anybody wants a past life regression session, let me know, because that is powerful. You need to know, why do I have this issue in my life? You know, why do I keep doing this? Past life, almost always. It could be cued to that. Hey, girly. You know, so, I mean, I'm still working. I'm still doing sessions, you know, but the donations specifically for the Wild Woman Journey, are specifically for this process. And you get to participate in that process of the rewilding. And then in exchange for the donation, then I will send you some Karuna Reiki energy that night. I will not do it while I'm driving, but but this is a process for all of us to rewild, to ditch all of this indoctrination, to ditch all of this bullshit we've been told from so many different directions about who we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to love, you know, how much money we're supposed to make, where we're supposed to live. I won't talk about it now, but I had an interesting experience at the dog park yesterday that just kind of blew my mind. This woman from Indiana that was just like, I can't believe you still think like that in 2021. And she just had no problem saying all kinds of stuff. I'm like, honey, go back to Indiana, please. We do not need that here in Mississippi. You know, so there's still so much work to be done, and you are doing so much work. You are doing so great, you know. And so anyway, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the donations. I should be in Nashville tomorrow, and then after that, I have no idea. So it's going to be, I mean, I don't know like on the timetable where I'm going, but I will definitely keep you apprised. And again, the donations in exchange for the Karuna energy. And somebody else popped on, hello. And again, just, I'm still doing sessions. You can do that too. But now is really the time to dig deep and just really look at your life, your job, your career, your relationships, the people that you interact with on a regular basis. Who do you allow into your energy? Who do you allow into your life? You know, their presence in your life is a gift. You don't owe them anything. So just be aware of how you're spending your energy, where you're spending your energy. Do you watch a lot of TV? Do you watch the news? Stop watching the news. Do you watch mainstream movies? Do you listen to mainstream music? I mean, it really is time for you to take a look. Take an audit. Take an audit of your entire life. And are you 100% happy on all levels and all ways? And if not, those places where you're not 100% happy, that's where you have to do your healing. Thank you for the little heart. I don't know who did that. The little face popped up really quick. Hey, Katie, nice to see you. Oh, the news is awful. You know, but we are in a time right now where they're going to keep stepping up the fear. And the 24-hour news cycle is one of the big ways they do it. Commercials, advertisements, mainstream music, mainstream TV, mainstream novels. And don't think just TV as in like an actual TV. Think of like online streaming, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. I mean, wherever you stream, what are you consuming? That's why you're a consumer, right? We're consumers now. We're not customers. I'll do a video on that too. The donation link. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate that. So PayPal, it's paypal.me/Trish Causey official. Cash App is, well, in your Cash App, Trish Causey. Venmo is Trish Causey. And I will put those links down in just a few minutes. But yeah, paypal.me/Trish Causey official. And then Cash App and Venmo is just my name, Trish Causey. No dots, no dashes, or whatever, underscores or whatever. I am so grateful. And again, in exchange for the donations, I will do the Karuna Reiki that night. I'm a little tired tonight, but I will, if I get donations tonight, I'll do the energy in the morning. And the destination donation, if you want that special energy infused and nature sounds from a specific location, that's 111, because I got to make sure I can get to the destination. And it's a lot of work, and the sound, the recording and the mixing and all of that stuff. And I will be doing sound healing. I don't know if y'all know, I'm a singer too. I'm a professional singer. And so if you want a meditation track just for you, a particular topic from a particular destination, that's 111. So just let me know what city, right? Let me know. Oh, well, I want it Sedona, Bell Rock, you know, I want from Shasta, or I want, you know, Asheville, or, you know, wherever. The American Stonehenge, New Hampshire, you know? So destination donation will get you that meditation track. So anyway, I am so appreciate. Hey, Katie, that's awesome. Yeah, that's one of the things that that I'm switching from musical theater and opera and jazz. I love jazz. Into how to bring all of this into what I do, what I can do as a singer, composer, and do it into sound healing, because sound is so important to me, you know? I mean, it's the basis of everything for me. That's why I have an entire orgasm training program called Awakening Energy and Sound Orgasm Meditation. And one of the main components is sound, and using sound to awaken your body to be multi-orgasmic. Woohoo! So if you want a discount on my awesome program, Awakening Energy and Sound Orgasm Meditation, I would love it. Just ask me, say, hey, what's your discount on that? Love sound healing, so that's what I'm getting into. And light language and doing all of that improv. Rather than being so technical about it, you know? Anyway. Whew. So yeah, it should be Nashville tomorrow, but I greatly appreciate your donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. And the extra hearts, thank you, Katie, I appreciate that. Katie's new to the group, so this, oh my gosh, this might be your first introduction to me. I hope that's a good thing. I try to keep it real. Like I didn't pencil in my eyebrows tonight, so this is like real. But it's so funny. You know, I accepted somebody into the group today, and they've already left the group. I'm like, okay, good, you're not my people. Love you anyway. I only want good energy in this group, and if you're still here, then you're here to do the work. And for everyone who can't get on the road, I'm on the road for us all, and so I appreciate your help, your love, and your donations. Thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. And yes, I'm still taking clients for sessions, yeah? No, whole coaching business is around being authentic. Absolutely. I think I'm hoping the age of the fake influencer is over or coming to an end. I hope. So anyway, I love y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all take care, and I will see y'all soon from the road. If I stay here one more night, I'll let you know. If I'm in Nashville tomorrow, you will absolutely know. Y'all take care, and thank you so much for the donations. I greatly appreciate it.